Okay, so in the last class, I think we did till that. So, yeah. So we were doing upper bound for chromatic number, right? This was the result. So where this chi of g is the chromatic number and this delta g is the maximum degree of a graph. Okay, so check for one more example. So if I write, okay, so this is a graph. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 vertices. So quickly write what is the chromatic number and what is the delta G for this graph. And will it satisfy this one, the upper bound for chromatic number? So we have to verify. So are you trying all? Please try and tell me the answer. If you are not able to do, then tell me. Then we will go together. So chromatic number you can find
Yes,
first.
certain
Yes, what is the chromatic number of this graph?
three,
3. What is delta of Z?
four, sir.
Yes. So maximum degree of an of a vertex, if you see, this is 4. Like for this, you have this. You might get many. Okay. So like, is this satisfied? So 3 is less than equal to 4 plus 1. So obviously 3 is less than equal to 5. This is fine. Okay. So you can do 4 more. So try 1, 2 more examples. Like we have done this type of graphs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now tell me chromatic number of G and delta of G. and again we have to check. I mean
Chromatic
verify.
number 3, delta G 4.
3 and 4. Yes, so at this vertex you can see there are 4 incoming edges. So it is 4 and this is 3 because you can, it has a triangle, so you can simply level it like 1 2 3, 1 2, okay, 3. Okay, so again this is satisfied. So 3 is less than equal to 4 plus 1. Again it is like, but we want to get equality. So is it possible to get equality? So have I given you the result? No, we have just written. For every graph, chromatic number less than equal to delta G plus 1. Okay, try this one more example. So this complete graph of vertex 4. Yeah. So chromatic number and delta G. So we have to check.
Chromatic number 4.
Yes, it is
Chromatic number
complete
2,
4 and
4, 4,
what is delta G?
3. 3.
3. Now you see here. So in this case, what happens? 4 is less than equal to 3 plus 1. 4 is less than equal to 4. So here it attains equality. So in case of K3, was it also the case? Yes. So you can also say, notice here, it was the complete graph of 3 vertices. Then we got this. Okay. Then again, you can try for K2 like this. So in that case also, chromatic number, it's a 2 and delta G, it's going to be 1. So here again, less than equal to delta G plus 1. So this case equality here. Okay. So 2 is less than equal to 1 plus 1. 2 is less than equal to 2. So what we notice, for this one, okay, let's see one more example like this. So we are trying to get a result when that bounds get equality. So again, here, chromatic number is
3.
3
3.
or 3 and delta G
2.
2. So again here you can see chromatic number is less than equal to delta G plus 1. 3 less than equal to 2 plus 1. 3 less than equal to 3. So again gets equality. So what result can you say? Like in this case, there was not the equality. Okay. In this case, there was not the equality. In this case, there was not the equality case, but here it was. So what is the result actually? So the result, if you like to write, result is the bound, in fact upper bound for chromatic number, the bound chromatic number is less than equal to delta G plus 1 holds with equality. Means chromatic number will be equal to delta G plus 1. This holds with equality for, you can notice here, for every complete graph. So you take any complete graph, it will hold equality. Okay. And for odd cycles also. So you take odd cycles, it will also hold equality. Like if we have taken odd cycle here, cycle of order 5. So equality holded. Okay, so this was the result, and now let's come to the next result. So that is uh, Brooks theorem. Yeah, so do you have any idea about this? Anyone? No idea? Okay. So here in last result you have seen that for the complete graph and odd cycles, this bound holds with equality. But what about the other graph? So this Brooks theorem gives result about. So it says the connected graph. So the result is this theorem also related to this upper bound. So it says suppose like if G is a connected graph, okay, if G is a connected graph other than a complete graph, so except complete graph or connected graph other than odd cycles. Okay, so you take any connected graph except complete graph or odd cycles, because you know in case of complete graph or odd cycles this upper bound holds with equality, but in case of connected graph other than complete graph or odd cycle, we will have then this chromatic number is going to be less than equal to this delta of C. So chromatic number is less than equal to delta of C. Okay, so you can check it. For example, like we had this example, this one you can say. So do you see it is complete graph? No, right? Is it a complete graph?
No.
No, sir.
No, like if I name it AB, then AB has no edge. So complete graph means every vertex has an edge between every other vertex. And is it odd cycle? Yes or no? What is it? It is odd cycle? Okay, tell me, you take too much time to decide. Is it odd cycle? Do you see it is odd cycle? Yes or no? Okay, odd cycle means it will have odd number of vertices. How many vertices it has?
6.
So is it odd?
No.
So
No, sir.
sorry to waste so much time. So this is not neither it is a complete graph nor it is an odd cycle. So in such graphs, so you can see it is neither complete graph nor an odd cycle. Then you can decide, okay, check. Chromatic number is 3 and delta G is 4. So chromatic number is going to be less than equal to delta of G. Means you can verify here 3 is less than equal to 4. That is correct. Okay. There we verified that delta chromatic number less than equal to delta G plus 1. That was also fine. But we have now some specific result. So for any connected graph, okay, is it connected?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So how do you define connected graphs? So what is definition of connected graph? Tell me anyone. What is the definition of a
There
connected?
exists a path between any two vertices.
Yes. So there is a path between any two vertices. So like you can write a graph G is connected if like, there is a path between any two vertices. Okay. So what is path? Then how do you define path? Path is a new word. I mean, at least for me, I'm teaching here. So we have not used this word earlier in my lecture. So what is a path?
Sir, a walk where no vertex and no edge repeats.
Okay. So you can say it is a simple graph. Uh, so you have used one more word walk. Now you have to define walk also. Okay. Path I write in another way, like they define in book. So it is a path is a simple graph whose vertices, okay, can be ordered so that two vertices are adjacent if and only if they are consecutive in the list. They are consecutive in the list. So your definition was also correct. So different book like different author define in different way. So they have the same meaning actually. So a path is a simple graph whose vertices can be ordered. Okay, you can order like 1, 2, 3, and so that two vertices are adjacent if they are consecutive in the list. Okay, and it was connected graph. So a graph G is connected if and only there is a path between any two vertices. And this result was for connected graph. So if G is a connected graph other than complete graph or odd cycle, then in case of this chromatic number has this upper bound delta G. Okay, so now so let's verify this by a few more examples. So let's take P4. So P4, so again you have to decide first of all, is it connected, is it complete, and is it odd cycle. So result was in that case. So every connected graph other than complete or odd cycle will have the upper bound chromatic number less than equal to delta G. So tell me, is it connected?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Is it complete?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Is it odd cycle?
No, sir.
No, it has
No,
four
sir.
vertices. Okay. So we can apply this result. So this result, this theorem can be applied like this Brooks theorem you can apply only if the graph is neither complete nor odd cycle and it is connected. Then you can apply this. So I'm verifying that. So we have now chromatic number of this P4 is What?
2.
2, like 1 2 1 2, you can say 2. And delta G is,
2.
so highest degree of a vertex is going to be 2. So okay, this is again delta P4 is less than equal to, sorry, chromatic number of P4 is less than equal to delta G. You can check here because G is P4, so whatever you would like to prefer, P4 here. So 2 is less than equal to 2, that is correct. So this result holds. Okay, you can also check this result with this one, like simply C4. So again you can see this is connected, yes. This is complete, no. And is it odd cycle? No. Even cycle it is, so no. So you can apply the result. So chromatic number of this graph, you know, it's a what, 1 2 1 2 2. And delta Z again, it's a 2 here. So again you can see this chromatic number is less than equal to delta G. You can check for this one, like I say this, uh, so again check it, is it connected, is it complete, connected hai,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
complete.
No, sir.
No, sir.
And then odd cycle,
No, sir.
it
No,
has
sir.
it even over vertices. Okay. And, okay, so we can see the result. So what is chromatic number? Yeah, are you not able to decide chromatic number?
Sure, 2.
Yes, it is 2. So so you can give the color like 1 1 1 and then 2 here, because non-adjacent vertices you can give same color. So 2. And delta G is
3.
3, because this vertex has 3 incoming edges. Okay, so again you can notice here chromatic number less than equal to delta G. Fine. So now uh, okay, one word we use, the cycle. So what is the definition of cycle? Yes, anyone tell me in your own word. How do you define cycle?
A circuit that repeats no vertex except fast and last.
Okay, so yes, so it is can define another way. A cycle, like a cycle is a graph with equal number of vertices and edges. Have you noticed? So every cycle has same number of vertices and edges. Number of vertices and edges whose vertices can be placed around a circle. Okay, whose vertices can be placed around a circle so that two vertices are adjacent. Two vertices are adjacent if and only if they appear consecutive or consecutively along a circle. Okay, so this definition I find in a book. So a cycle is a graph with equal number of vertices and edges whose vertices placed around a circle so that two vertices are adjacent if and only if they appear consecutively along a circle. So they are consecutive. Okay, so it is closed path, you can say something like this. Okay, so next thing is let us solve some problems from the exercise of the books. So I will write few problems. So we'll solve some problems from exercise 5.1. Okay, so that will be based on mainly like problems, you can say problem based on. So what we did till now, problems based on, it may be on chromatic number and Seudalian problem, graph coloring is on like vertex coloring, then lower bound of chromatic number and upper bound of chromatic number. So problem are based on this. So we have discussed a lot of problem with the theories, but this, let me write few questions from exercise. And so this is 5.1.1, the first question exercise. So the question is there is a graph, so you all please try first. Okay, so you have pen and paper, you try it and then discuss. Okay, so this graph has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 vertices. Okay, this is the graph. So what they asked you in the question, what is the chromatic number of G, what is omega of G, and what is alpha of G. So I'm not writing word to word. So in the question they are asking you find the chromatic number, find the independent number, okay, find the clique number and find the order of the graph and then verify whether, so question is verify whether this chromatic number of G is more than equal to omega of G. This was the lower bound, and chromatic number of G is more than equal to order of G upon alpha of G. Then they are also asking, is it color critical? So I'm not writing word to word. Word to word you can see in book. Okay, and yeah, try this first. I would say you also find this one delta G, and then check or verify chromatic number of G is less than equal to delta G plus 1. Okay, so these are the questions. So everyone, first please you try, and then you tell me do you have problem or not, then I will continue. So first take 1-2 minute time, you try it everyone, and then tell me as soon as you get the answer.
Sir, chromatic number 4.
Okay, so chromatic number is 4,
Click 3.
click is 3. Okay,
Luminous number 2.
this is 2,
Vertices 7.
7. Now we can check simply this is verified or not. So everyone please check. If anyone has doubt, I can do for you. So how they did, like you can start with 1, 2, 3. Okay, then another triangle here 1, and then similarly it can be done here. So here it is 1, so 2 we can take, 3 we can take, and we can take 2 here.
Sir, chromatic number 3, sir.
Yes, sir.
Three,
Chromatic
three.
number 3.
So chromatic number is 3. Yes, so we have seen है ना. So 1, 2, 3. Check if any two. 1 minute. So I have done one mistake here. 2, 1, 3. Yeah. So now you check here. Any two vertices will have different. Any two adjacent vertices will have different colors. So is it satisfied everywhere? So there are many triangles actually. If you see, this is a one triangle. So this will contain 3 different colors. This is containing. This is a triangle. Oh, it's not a triangle. So here actually this is a triangle containing 3 different colors. This is a triangle containing 3 different colors. Okay, so chromatic number is only 3. Okay. Check if I have something done mistake. Is it correct now? Okay, so yeah, for this it is actually 3. Fine. So you can verify now. So 3 is more than. Acha, if you see there, there is also this age. So I will write next question then. So for this, actually 5.1.1 has this age also, which I missed. Okay, no problem. So you can do a similar way, right? So for this, it is fine. And if I join uh, like there is also an age between this and this. Okay, this. Now you can check. So now what will be chromatic number?
Sir,
Now, yes.
sir, in previous case, alpha will be 3, sir.
Okay, in previous
Means
case.
that independent number.
Okay, so okay, first let's discuss this. First let's discuss with this case. Then I will modify the graph. So now let's check. So chromatic number is 3 for this graph, and click number. So triangle is the part of subgraph. So K4 cannot be the subgraph. That's why it's a 3, because triangle is alpha G. So independent set, maximum independent set. So what do you want to say? Like A, B, and say C, D, E, F, and G. Suppose. Okay. Yeah. So what is the maximum independent set in it?
3, sir. A, F, and G.
A, F, G. We can take. So in this case, this is 3. Okay. Uh, now this is 7 because number of vertices. Okay, so we have to verify this thing. So let's verify simply. Chromatic number is more than equal to, this is fine. 3 is more than equal to 7 upon 3, that is also fine. Okay. So is it color critical? So is this graph color critical? Yes or no? So question is, what is the color critical? So every subgraph will have less chromatic number than the graph. Every proper subgraph. So answer is yes or no for this.
So no, sir.
No. Why?
Sir, both have same critical.
Yes,
Means
you take one triangle as a
same.
subgraph. Yes, so triangle will have 3 critical chromatic number, and graph also has. That's why it is not color critical or K critical. 3 critical. Okay, now we have to verify this. So what is the value of delta G here in this graph? This is just example. This is not exactly. I missed something. So let me write just an example. Yeah. So what is delta G here?
3.
3.
So maximum edges at a vertex is 3. Okay, and now you can check it. So chromatic number was 3. 3 is less than equal to 3 plus 1. Again you can check. Okay, this is a connected graph. So it's not a complete graph nor an odd cycle. It's an odd cycle. So that's why this will hold that much also, like you can say this. Okay, so now let me write the original question. So this you did. So now next one will be easier for you to do. Okay. So this is again something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So the edges are this one, this one. Okay, and then this one and this one. Okay, now it is different than the earlier one. So this graph was in 5.1.1. So in last graph actually I missed just one edge. Okay, so this was one edge which I missed. Okay, so is it not missing something now? Yes. So now try this. So let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 edges are there, vertices are there.
Another edge is missing, sir.
Who again? Okay, okay, 1 minute. So let me count the edges. This one you think?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's see. Now fine. Just we have to add one edge in that. This one we wanted to add. Okay, now so it is fine now. Then we try.
Chromatic number 4.
So chromatic number of this graph is 4 now. Okay.
Click is three.
Click is 3, sir. Click.
Click number is 3. Alpha G
Al-
Ng, yes.
2.
Alpha G 2.
2 Ng, you know already 7 because
7. Yes.
delta G
4.
So for this edge you have 4, for this vertex you have 4 edges from it. Now we can verify everything, so let's check it simply. So you can check for every triangle, like if I start, so suppose this is 1, 2, 3, this is a triangle, so I'll do this, then you can do it 1 here. So you can do in your way, no problem. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and now so for this vertex, what you would like to give? 2 or 3? Okay. Suppose I take 3 here, so let's take 2 here. Okay. Now for this one, so this is connected to 1, this is connected to 2, this is connected to 3. So this is the adjacent vertex of all 1, 2, 3 colors or levels. So we have to take some different. That is 4. Okay. Yeah. So chromatic number is 4, and then you can check the largest size click. That is a triangle you can take out. Is it possible to take 4? So no 4 click I think, because click will be of size 4 only if it has the K4 as a subgraph.
Yes, sir.
So we cannot, this is fine, this is fine. Alpha G, set of maximum independent set. So if I name A, B, like C, D, E, or F, G. Okay, so which will the maximal independent set? My maximum independent set.
B and D.
A and C.
BD is fine, AC is fine. Can you make of 3? So
No, sir.
not possible. Okay,
Sir, B and E, sir.
B and E. Yeah, BE is also fine. CE also fine. So actually we are trying to get can we find a independent set and independent set size. I think this is not possible. Okay, so only two is the maximum. The number of vertex you know, and this is delta is the maximum degree of graph, right? So which vertex has the maximum number of edges? Now we can verify all the results. Okay, so we know chromatic number is less than equal to more than equal to omega of g. Chromatic number of g is more than equal to ng upon alpha g. Chromatic number is, this was the upper this gives the lower bound. Chromatic number g is less than equal to delta g plus 1. So we can check it that all will be satisfied. Okay, so 4 is more than equal to 3, 4 is more than equal to 7 upon 2, 3.5, 4 is less than equal to 5, that is fine. Okay, is it k colorable or it is color critical? Oh, sorry, color critical.
Yes, sir.
It is k critical.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Critical.
So if you take any subgraph, so they will have less chromatic number. Because K4 you cannot take as a subgraph. That's it. So any subgraph you will take, like you can take triangle, so that will have 3 chromatic numbers. Okay, so you remove any vertex or any edge. So in that case, I think chromatic number will decrease. So it cannot attain any. There is no subgraph of this which has critical number 4. That's why you can say every subgraph has less critical number than critical number of, sorry, chromatic number of G. Then that's why. So this graph is K critical or you can color critical. So it is color critical. Good. So you all already solved. Next question is 5.1.2. Okay, so if you have book, you can see that. So this is saying prove that chromatic number of G equal to the maximum of the chromatic number of its component. Okay. So the question is prove that chromatic number of G equal to equals the maximum of the chromatic number of its component. So like you can consider of two disconnected graph. I mean a graph disconnected with its two component. So let's first verify this, then we'll prove this in general. So if you consider one example, let's say this is one part and this is the other. Okay, so this you say it is a G1 and you call it G2, and we want to consider a graph G which is G1 union G2. So G1 and G2 are two component of G. G are union of both. So it's simple. What is the chromatic number of this? You know, it's this has 3, 1, 2, 3. You can take here 1, 2, 1. Like. So chromatic number of G1, you see this is 3. Chromatic number of G2, you see it is 2. So chromatic number of G, if we find, so we in all you see how many colors we used. So minimum number of color required to color all the vertices, that was 2, and you can see this is actually nothing but if we find maximum of chromatic number of G1 comma chromatic number of G2, so it is maximum of both, so that is going to be 1. Sorry, so here I think I written 2, this is 3. So minimum number of color required to level the vertices of these 3, and the maximum of both is 3. So that's when you can write, so you can write this justify in general. Okay, so if I write the proof, so you may write it like as there are no or there is no edge, so there is no edge between components. So giving each component a proper coloring, so giving each component a proper coloring of the graph. On the other hand, every proper coloring of the full graph. Okay, so now we're talking about full graph G must restrict to a proper coloring so in proper coloring, so restrict to a proper coloring on each component. So like you can simply understand here, just for example, like you do proper coloring of this and proper coloring of this, so whichever uses the maximum, like that much color you can use on the other one that uses minimum, I mean less. So in all the maximum one, which component uses the maximum color will be the chromatic number of the whole graph actually. So we can simply say that's why, therefore, so chromatic number of G is equal to the maximum of chromatic number of its component. Of its component. Okay. So let's write next problem. So next is 5.1.4 and that gives you, so give a graph G or like exhibit a graph G with one vertex. Suppose with a vertex, let's say with a vertex, small v is one vertex, or you can say any other thing. So like in the question they use this, I use this. V is the one vertex such that chromatic number of graph minus one vertex, you remove one vertex, that must be less than the chromatic number of the graph. And also the other condition is chromatic number of the graph complement minus this vertex, okay, that must have the chromatic number less than g complement. So can you give me one such example? So you try to draw one graph and you find its complement, and again you see when you remove vertex from graph and its complement also. So in both the cases the chromatic number of the graph minus vertex, so that will be less than chromatic number of graph, and chromatic number of complement minus vertex should be less than chromatic number of g complement. So you try this, and can you able do you like to give the example? So you can try many, okay. So the first time when you see this problem, you will try many such example, different examples, then you will get a correct one, you know. So this needs a lot of thinking. Yeah, so anyone think over it and try to tell me the answer. Okay, so you tell me one answer, which graph that satisfy with these conditions. Okay,
Sir, C5.
K, sir, K4.
K4. So we can like we have to do experiment then. So first start with the C5. So C5, if you think, okay, so in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's name it. Suppose this is a V. Okay, so graph G I'm talking. Now let's make its complement, or whether you want to first remove this. So let me do G minus V. So remove the vertex. First you find the graph, remove the vertex. So it will be left with these four vertex like this. Okay, this is the G minus V, and this is graph G. So what is the chromatic number of G and what is chromatic number of graph G minus V? So let me just write like
Graph G is equal to 3.
G
uh,
minus B 2.
3 and this has 2. Yes. So you
2.
know already
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 1, 2, you have to take it here. And here 1, 2, 1, 2 you can use. Okay, so this. Now let's write the complement. So I would like to write complement of this C5. So first make me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you know this has not edge with this, not edge with this. This has no edge with this and no edge with this. Again this has this. Okay, is it the complement, correct complement of this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I named this one V, so make it V again. So this is the graph G complement. Now G complement minus V, so subtract V. So like 1, 2, 3, 4 you have, and if we join it, so we have to remove V. So this one will be the edge, this one will be the edge, this one will be the edge. Okay, since V is removed, so you will remove the V, then edges will also be removed. This is correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is chromatic number of this complement and what is chromatic number of complement minus V?
Complement 3, sir.
3,
Okay,
sir.
3. So like 1, 2, you can think of. Then again we can take 1, 2, and here. So it is connected with 2 only. Can you now take 1? Is it correct or not?
Sir, it's 3.
Oh, so where I did mistake? Okay, sorry. 1, 1 is joined. Okay, yeah. So 1, 2, and we can take 2 here. Then we have to take 1. Can I take here?
Yes, sir.
So here I have to take what? 3, because this is the adjacent to 1 as well as adjacent to 2. So I have to take 3. We cannot take 1, 2. Yeah. So okay, 3. You are right. Now chromatic number of G complement minus V.
2.
1,
2.
2, 1, 2. Fine. Okay. So 2. So what do you notice here? Okay, this is less than this, and this is again less than this. So this is fine example. You have to think over it. Okay. So you got the correct example. So question was give one example of graph G. Okay. So that graph G is C5. That's fine. And other one also told one example. So what was your example? K4 you tell?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you check for K4. I think time has already completed. So everyone please check for K4. So in K4 you try it like anyway, try it, and then you name one vertex V suppose. Then you check for this. Graph G, you write G complement, and then remove one vertex. So you check it. Okay. So time is already completed. So I will stop here today, and I will continue from this in the next class. I think you have mid sem now. So tomorrow we'll have class. I don't know you have that. Okay, I will see.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you
Thank you so
everyone.
much, sir.
Thank you.